Alright guys, TheEdgeOnBlades here on about the Kershaw Blur. I've talked about this knife a little bit in the past, and I told you, well, I may have told you it was an EDC knife for me, and that's what I'm going to kind of be talking about. This one's my EDC knife. I do have two of them, and they're the exact same, except for a couple little differences. Very minute, and it's in the kind of labeling on the knives. Real quick, they are assisted opening tactical folders. They have a 3 3/8 inch Sandvik 14C 28N stainless steel blade, and that is the same as the handle scales. The handle scales do have Track Tech inserts. It's kind of like a rubberized, very grippy insert. I like that. And of course it has a reversible pocket clip for tip up and tip down carry. The price tag on these knives, I got these for about $80 a piece. You know, if you did your homework, you might be able to get them for $60 a piece, something like that. But in my opinion, $80 wasn't terrible to pay a piece for these because they are great knives and I love them very much. Real quick, you'll see I have an index card. First shout out, Guitar Mikey 2. He was my first subscriber, so definitely go check out his videos. He's got a great channel. Great guy. He's done giveaways. He just got done with one of them. So if you're into free stuff, definitely check it out. And he just got a great channel with a bunch of videos covering knives, guns, all that great stuff. So check him out for sure. So I just figured I'd throw that in there. It's kind of nice, you know, first subscriber, kind of getting things started. He had some nice things to say about the channel, so you know that's always appreciated. I like when you know, I get comments, you know, just lets me know that people are actually like paying attention to this. And you know, it's fun if you guys, you know, you don't want to comment or whatever. I'm not doing this just to get, you know, subscriptions or views. You know, it feels good, but that's not the purpose. And back to the purpose, which too is inform. These two knives here, like I said, there's some minor differences. This one is my EDC knife, and as you can see from the factory, it comes as a tip down carry. I like tip up, so I changed it. But very great knives here. The first thing you'll notice is that on the, what I'm taking is the older one because I got it first, but it has the designer's name underneath the Kershaw USA, and on the newer one it says Speed Safe under Kershaw USA. Another quick thing is on the blade here, apart from the model number, which is 1670TBLKST, you'll see it says 14C28N, and that is the blade steel. That's Sandvik stainless steel. Sorry. And this one does not have the blade steel, but it does have a date mark of January of 2009 right there, and this one does not, which is why I don't know which knife is newer. But there's just a side-by-side comparison of the two. You know, same knife. This one's been worn a little bit harder, a little bit more, just because it's just my EDC, and this one I kind of bought just to collect it, because you know, I'm a big fan. I really like it. So I'll just, you know, I'll keep it open for you. You can see it's lightning fast. And I'll put that right there. Now, I'll talk about my EDC one, because this is the one I know most about, even though they're pretty much the exact same knife. You know, there's just things you notice about it. And the first, I'm going to go over the bad things first. And there's only two, maybe three. But, the first one is if you've seen my Loctite video, this pivot screw came loose to the point that I could turn it, you know, and close it with my finger. And I just threw some Loctite on there, and that fixed that problem for me. The other problem is that this is a liner lock, you can see, but it is rock solid, by the way. This liner, no complaints. I did a spine whack test earlier. I would do it again, but you know, I've done this video a couple times and my table is gonna get pretty beat up here if I keep doing that, but just take my word for it, it's a rock solid lockup. One thing I don't like is that, like I said, when I tried to take this knife apart, I was actually going to have a video on it. I was filming it and I could not get it apart. And it's because there's 3 Torx screws here holding these 2 handle scales together, as well as a pivot screw right here. And I took all those out and I'm like, okay, this knife should, you know, come apart. And it did not, because there's a little blade stop here. It keeps it from opening further than it needs to. And it also keeps it, it's just this little kind of rivet, I guess, right there. And when it closes, it also catches a part on the blade and keeps it from you know, moving and the blade coming in contact with these little pins in there. And the third thing, it's not a huge deal. You know, it's definitely not a big deal. But when I put this in my pocket, either way, I'll show you real quick on the tip up, which is my EDC, and the tip down, which is how it comes. But if you're right-handed, of course they do have ambidextrous thumb studs on there, which I love. Great design on those. I'll talk about that in just a second. But I don't know, when I put it in my pants pocket, the pocket clip, it's a great little pocket clip. You know, it's not too strong. It's kind of upswept right there, so it slides in your pocket easier. There's track tech on the back. I don't know if that's really necessary. It kind of grips it in your pocket more, so in a tactical situation, you know, it might be harder to pull out, but there's definitely about that much hanging out of your pocket, so it's pretty easy to grab and pull it out. And the way I have it with the tip-up carry, just kind of flick it and it opens lightning fast if you need it to. But your pocket, my pocket anyway, when I put it in, it you know, the pocket kind of comes up at the very end here, and it just kind of goes in the other direction of, because your pocket, I'm trying to explain this, it's easy to visualize, I guess. Here's your pocket, and you can't really see, but it's kind of at an angle here, like that, and your pocket, instead of being at the same angle so it rises lower, is at the opposite angle, so it kind of catches right there and leaves a little bit more hanging out. But again, that's not a huge thing, you know, it makes it easier to pull it out because this track tech does kind of catch it against the pocket clip there. And like I said, lightning fast. The thumb studs are kind of grooved and at an angle, so it's very easy to flip this open from the closed position. Lightning fast. And this knife has been, you know, I'm taking it out with me all the time, and you know, it's fallen, it's gotten kind of dinged up. Great knife, no complaints with this, you know, structural integrity. It's been underwater, it's been in sand and dirt, and I just wash it off and dry it off. Like I said, I can't get inside here because I can't separate the scales, but I put it in a bag of rice after I wash it off, just kind of absorb everything, and I think, you know, it works great. That was about a week ago, and it still works great. And both lightning fast, just great little knives, and in my opinion, definitely worth spending your money on, especially if you can get it for a little bit less than $80, you know, $60 maybe. Definitely a great knife, so I would definitely endorse this. Just try it out. Thanks for watching the video. Always appreciate it, and see you next time.